Hey everybody, it's Dee Dee. I'm back again and I'm here to do my currently inked for the month of September. So we're going to get started really quickly. As you know, if you're just joining me for the first time, when I do my currently inked videos, I usually only ink up 6 pens for the month. And of course, I might have 1 or 2 that you don't see that I use regularly. But I usually just do 6, and that's what pretty much works for me. I'm gonna get my title out because I have not cut my title out for September. So I'm really happy to be getting back to doing videos. It's the beginning of the school year here in France, just like in a lot of places in the West. And so I've been trying to get my schedule, together. And it's always a bit of a 1-month thing. I'm an English teacher, English foreign language teacher here in France. And so it's a little different, my scheduling, than it is for a teacher who works in the school system. So I'm what you would call a tutor, an English tutor, and I sometimes also teach adults in business who need business English. So that's why I have been a little bit MIA, but we're going to try to get back on it. Maybe I should switch these around and get back into the swing. I have some, videos that I would like to do. Okay. So we've got our title here. And I've got 6 inks. They're all new. If you've been following me, you must have seen them all in my last video where I did ink sampling. You must have seen it over there on that video. If you have not seen that, then I will link it in the description box. So there we have my title for the page, and now we can kind of get started. So the first one we're going to work with is the ink. It's called Jet Black, and this is from Diamine. As you know, I love some Diamine, and I particularly like this Jet Black. There's just something about this Jet Black that for me is, it's black, but it's black with like a touch of something. I don't really know what that is, but it's just really, really nice. So we're going to get a little bit of this black out here. Oh, I have to shake it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit out of there. Okay. So here's the Jet Black. I like it a lot. It's quite a wet ink, this one. And I have paired the Jet Black with my Lamy Studio pen, which I absolutely love, 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 love this pen. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And this one, it writes so well, and it has a broad nib. So you can't go wrong with this one. If you don't have a Lamy Studio, I highly recommend it. I think it's just a really, really nice pen. Lamy Studio in broad. And the ink is Diamine Jet Black. So, super interesting pen to write with. It's very, very, very smooth. I absolutely adore the pen. I actually could have that one inked up daily with no issues, because I know I would always, gravitate towards it and pick it up. So we're going to use a little bit of the plaquette. Running out of ink. Okay. My plaquette ran out on me. And so that's always a problem. You just have to put a lot of ink on that particular nib to get it to work well. Otherwise, it just, when it conks out, it conks out. And there's nothing you can do or say. It's conking out. I'm also going to use a little bit of the steel nib so we can just see a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit how it looks with the steel nib. Looks pretty good. Okay, so that's my first pairing. Now, my second pairing is going to be with this ink here by Diamine, which is called Cerise, which is really like, it just looks like a kind of hot pinkish kind of color. And yeah, I find that this one is very interesting. It is maybe not the color for everybody, but I quite like it, actually. I quite like it because it's that color that's going to add a sense of brightness. Like if you're writing a letter or a card, it's going to add a little character. It's going to add character to whatever you're writing. So let's see if it. So it's a funny kind of red because it kind of has a slight undertone of pink. And that adds some character to it. Now, the pen that I'm using is the Conklin, which I bought this one from Goulet Pens. And it was on sale. And I grabbed the Conklin and I grabbed it with a broad nib. And I absolutely love this pen. It's so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love these little copper accents all over the pen. Very, very nice. So this one is the Conklin. With a broad nib. The ink is Diamine. Diamine, and it's in Cities, which is quite the color, actually, because as it's drying, it's quite wet, this ink. But as it's drying, you can kind of see the undertones of pink and the bright red, and it's just a beautiful color. Really, really pretty. Let me just see if I can get this one completely clean. Before I dip it into this other one. Okay, let's see if we can get it in here. We can fill it up. Okay. Very pretty. Love this color. I haven't had a chance to use it yet in letter writing, but it's definitely going to be something that I use very soon because I do have some letters to get to. I have been MIA with my letter writing, which is, I don't like it when I do that. I really want to be on the ball with it. And I just have not been. So this one will definitely be used. Letter writing or even like transcribing, you know, a book or something like that. It's just a really good color. Very, very beautiful. So the next color I have is this one right here, which is called Skull and Roses. Saw this and just thought, why not? It looks really good. I hadn't seen anyone talk about it, so I'm assuming this is an older color from Diamine because I just don't remember, you know, this being any of the newer colors. So this is the color we're using for that. Now, let me just put some ink here on the paper so you can see. I hope I shook it up enough because this kind of has, it kind of has like hints of red in it. It has this kind of hints of red that appear. And sort of like flecks of red. Okay, so another very wet ink, but we're not going to sweat it. It's going to be all right. Now, the pen that I'm using with this color is the Waterman Expert. This is a newer version of the Waterman Expert. Really love it with the silver top. It's push cap like this. You can cap it and, you know, you can hear it click when you cap it. Very comfortable. And this one is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a medium. This is a medium nib. So this is the Waterman Expert. And it's in medium. And the ink is Diamine Skull. It's Skull and Roses. Okay, now, I don't think you can see the flecks just yet. So we might have to wait for that to dry a bit. But we're going to try to do it with the plaquette. And maybe with the plaquette, it will show up a bit faster. Since I still have 3 more samples to go. So we're going to see. We'll see if it'll start to show up a little bit. The flecks of red. Maybe here we'll start to see it more. So let's see if we can. Oh, I went just a bit too far. What is currently inked without ink on your fingers? There we go. So that is a very beautiful blue, a very deep but bright at the same time. And it's going to have, like I said, those little flecks of red. And I think you can see some coming through right here on camera. But we'll wait till it dries to get the full effect. So these are my first three colors, which I'm absolutely loving using these pens with these colors. I think it's been a fantastic combination. So the next one is the Noodlers. Okay, so this one is called the Noodlers American Eel Cactus Fruit. And that's this one right here. And you can kind of see that a little drippy there. But you can kind of see there the color. So I am new to Noodlers ink, but so far I'm absolutely loving the Noodlers ink. Absolutely loving it. It's such the colors are bright, the ink quality is excellent. I'm loving it so much. Okay, so this is the American. Let's see if we can do it like this. Okay, very nice. Very nice color. Freaking gorgeous, this American Eel Cactus. Wonderful color. Now, what am I using for my pen? For that one, I am using my new TWSBI Serpentine bronze with the broad nib. How could I not be using that one? I mean, this pen is just super gorgeous. All right, so we have TWSBI Serpentine bronze and a broad nib. The ink is Noodlers, and it's called American Eel Cactus Fruit. Very pretty color. This one I'm really enjoying using this month. The color is just spectacular. I mean, absolutely spectacular, the color. Really enjoying writing with that color. I'm almost to the point where I just, I want to use the color just to write any old thing. I mean, just so I can get it out to write with it. It's just so lovely. So lovely. So, yeah, I'm going to start to probably be a Noodlers fan when I'm, when I don't want to buy another bottle just yet because I have 2 bottles and these bottles are quite full. So I don't want to get myself in this position where I have too many bottles of ink and, they go bad on me. So, when I start to get, go down a little bit on the bottle, then when I'm at least, if I'm, this far down, then I'll start to get another bottle of Noodlers. Because these are some big ass bottles. These are, I can't remember how many ounces this is. These are big bottles. I think it's 88 mils or something in there. So that was the fourth color, which love, 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 love. All right, now my next color is also a Noodlers, and this one is another one. I fell in love with it on a site. Then I wound up getting it as a sample when I bought some sample inks from Goulet Pens. And that's called Midway Blue by Noodlers. Absolutely love this one so much. So, this bottle, of course, is also full to the rim. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually like literally full all the way up. So we're gonna put some ink here. And we're gonna take one of my spoons and we're gonna... So this one, spectacular, gorgeous, nothing to say. I'm like, blue is not really my favorite color or anything, but this blue right here, when it dries, it's so bright and just so beautiful, and it just looks out of the ordinary. Like, it doesn't look like, you know, like a typical blue looks. So I find this one to be extremely pretty. Now, what am I using for this one? I'm using this one right here, which is the Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya V1. And this color is called Acrylic Aqua Pain. That's what this is. So this is another pen that I like a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is in broad. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's in broad. I have a lot of trouble with remembering what it's. I think it might be a stub. Let me write with it and see, because your girl don't know right now. She's confused. So I'm just going to shorten this. Oh no, this is a stub. FPR Himalaya V1, and it's called Acrylic Aqua Pain. Okay. And this one is a stub 1.1. And that color, oh my gosh, I love this color. So pretty. Yeah, blue. Yeah, this blue is thebomb.com. Very, very good. Very, very good. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Really, really good. All right, so let's try this one. There we go. Very bright on the page. As you can see, when you see it with the plaquette, you can see how bright the color really looks when you write with it. It's just really gorgeous. I don't love blues as much. Like this blue I like because it has the flecks of red coming through. But just like plain looking blue, this is the one. It's the one. You can't go wrong with this blue. It's just beautiful. Can't go wrong. Okay, so last but not least, I have this last color, which is by Diamine, and it's called Burgundy Rose. And when I saw this one, I really liked it, and it looks very different from some of the other things that I have. So I thought, yeah, let's go with the Burgundy Rose. Let's see what that's going to do. So with the Burgundy Rose, I wouldn't say it's anything particularly different or special than what you've maybe seen already in burgundies. But what I like is just, I feel like the color itself is just really pretty. And it would be perfect for writing letters or notes or whatever. It's just a really pretty burgundy kind of color. And as you can see right away, it's still very different from the one above. It's just nothing like the one above. Now, what am I using for that? The pen I chose was this one right here, which is the Pelikan Classic M200, and it's in broad. And I absolutely love writing with this pen. It's like butter. It just glides over the pages. And no hard starts or anything weird like that. This is a beautiful pen. All right, so I'm going to take this off. So we have the Pelikan Classic M200 in broad. Like, look how beautiful. Oh my God. The ink is Diamine Burgundy Rose. So pretty. My goodness. This has been fun writing with this one. As always. As always, it's fun writing with the Pelikan. Can't go wrong with a Pelikan. So, let's get to the last little bit of the sampling. Let's see. All right, we'll see if this one will cooperate. Yeah, it works really well. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I know this is not a color that you probably already seen this color, but I haven't. And the other colors that I have that are somewhat burgundy aren't like this. They're very different. That's another thing I try to do is when I'm buying new inks is I try to make sure that the inks that I purchase, I don't have one that looks exactly like it. I don't care if it is another, brand or whatever, because I just feel like there's no point in having two blues that are the same or two reds that are the same. So I try not to buy those things in doubles. Not unless I'm trying to try a new brand and I don't like, the color that the brand that I bought has made. So yeah, because I just don't want to have double ups. So this is the complete currently inked for September. I'm going to insert right here the dried version of this. Okay, so here is the swatching dried completely, so you can kind of see the elements. Like you can see here, there's the sheen of purple there, and it's like a purpley red there, and you can even see the sheen here of green in there, and this beautiful blue. I mean, the blue it doesn't have anything extra in it, but it's just the brightness of the blue is just gorgeous. And the black, it almost is not completely black. It almost has like a brown kind of tint to it. but they call it jet black. I really love this jet black. It's just super gorgeous. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed these pairings, and I look forward to doing my currently inked October for You next month. And stay tuned for more videos from me very soon. Bye-bye.